Friends, today we are going to talk about LPG or PNG, that is piped natural gas, which is better as a cooking fuel. So there could be multiple options for cooking gas. LPG and PNGs are two options possible. Bottled liquefied petroleum gas or LPG, colloquially known as cylinder gas, uses a mixture of hydrocarbons, mainly propane and butane. By far, LPG is the most commonly used fuel for cooking, commercially as well as households. The piped natural gas or PNG is also a type of fossil fuel only. It comes from a combination of various hydrocarbons found in the underground. However, the primary compound of PNG or natural gas is methane. Methane accounts to almost 90% of the PNG. Direct cooking gas supply is become very common nowadays in cities, metros and small towns too. The cooking gas supplied in cylinders is essentially the LPG, the liquefied petroleum gas, whereas the cooking gas which is supplied through pipes is called PNG or piped natural gas. Consumers in various cities like Delhi, Mumbai, even in smaller towns nowadays, they still have an option between piped natural gas and LPG cylinders. If you look at the overall features and various pros and cons, there are quite a lot of advantages PNG possesses in comparison to LPG. The biggest advantage being the continuous availability. Through the pipe, you are able to get a continuous supply, without the fear of the cylinder getting exhausted and you try for a new cylinder. There is also no hassle of booking the cylinders every time it gets exhausted. Hassles like waiting for the delivery, even remaining available to receive the cylinders. There are no such hassles of getting the full cylinder and then handing over back the empty cylinder, the transportations, the movement, worries about the net weight of the cylinder or the expiry date of the cylinders. PNG also, there's a big advantage. It's being lighter than air. It's very safe for handling because the lighter gases dissipates quickly to the air in case of any leakage. Moreover, while LPG is prepaid, PNG is postpaid. There are various other minor advantages also with respect to PNG. Things like there are no truck transportations of LPG cylinders, so less accidents on the roads, less traffic on the roads, and therefore lesser pollution and better fuel economy. There are no fear of unknown persons entering for delivering these cylinders, so lesser crimes in that respect. Because there is a continuous supply through pipes in the case of PNG, there will be less of black marketing and hoarding of cylinders and creating artificial shortage, things like that. In the case of PNG, in case there is a fire because of any leak, it burns very slow and the output is basically carbon dioxide and water vapor. So it's not causing any serious hazards and there is no great deal of harm to the atmosphere, to the environment. Lifting and movement of cylinders can be completely avoided in case of piped natural gas and the corresponding advantages. Also, you may require additional space for storage of cylinders inside your house, which can be totally avoided in case of PNG. Now let's talk about the fuel value or the calorific value. In case of LPG, it has got slightly higher calorific value, means higher energy content. Technically speaking, in case of PNG, the calorific value ranges between 8,000 to 9,500 kilocalories per kilogram. So the average can be taken maybe around 9,000 kilocalories per kilogram. LPG has a high calorific value of close to 11,900 kilocalories per kilograms. There is an advantage to LPG in this respect. You may have slightly lesser cooking time required as compared to PNG. Now let's come down to the cost comparison. Indian consumers are really very sensitive to the cost comparison, the price aspect. The government oil companies determine the prices of LPG in India today. LPG is generally supplied at a fixed rate of 14.2 kg cylinders. The prices are revised every month and today it stands around 1,100 rupees per cylinder. The two main criteria for determining the LPG prices by the oil marketing companies today in India is, one is the dollar exchange rate prevailing at that point of time. The second one is the global benchmark price of LPG. These two things keep fluctuating from month to month. So generally LPG prices are fixed based on the previous month's average international prices. The price of PNG is fixed in India by the city gas distribution companies. That is also getting revised almost every month. The price of PNG is essentially based on the price of natural gas the transportation cost and other factors. So therefore, the price of PNG can vary from time to time, and also it can vary from location to location. But in general, if you start comparing the prices of PNG and LPG, we can clearly see that PNG is cheaper in India today. It's not that easy for a straightaway comparison of the prices, because both the products like PNG and LPG, they use different units of measurements when it comes to the pricing. So to get a real cost comparison, let us first try to convert both PNG and LPG into a common unit based on the heating value or the energy content. There is a unit called BTU. So we'll convert the price based on the BTU for both PNG and LPG. One LPG cylinder of 14.2 kilogram is equivalent to 0.62 million metric BTU, MMBTU. So the present cost, if average price of 1000 rupees per cylinder of 14.2 kilograms, then it means that per MMBTU price for LPG is around rupees 1600 per MMBTU of LPG. As compared to this, the PNG costs only around 700 to 900 rupees per MMBTU. So let us conclude, looking at the price aspect and the biggest convenience of continuous availability and a very good advantage of a good safety, because PNG contains methane which is lighter than air and it can easily dissipate into air. All these safety considerations as well as the convenience considerations of handling of the cylinders, PNG is definitely could be a better choice if it is available. If the pipe gas is available near to you, straight away go for PNG as compared to LPG. While we are on this subject, let us also just touch upon one more option available today in India, but it's not become very popular. Some cities and big towns, of course, people have started using it. That is a third choice for an induction cooktop. While the gas and ceramic cooktops use thermal conduction principle for transfer of heat from burner to the pan, induction cookers, which have glass tops, actually use electromagnetic currents to directly heat the pots and pans. This option, available to all household, is powered by electricity. Actually, if your household size is very small and you normally do only light cooking, this could be a very good choice in India today. There are many advantages, like it is much easier to clean. It's very safe operation in the household, especially with small children around, because there are no flame or fear of gas leak and things like that. It's very energy efficient also, as it allows you to control the temperature precisely. And there are not much of heat loss, so it really allows very faster cooking. Of course, there are many disadvantages. Induction cookers are more expensive compared to an LPG gas cooking system or a PNG gas cookers. And there are very less variations available in the market. Only very limited number of cookwares can be used. Not all cookwares, all material like aluminium and everything can be used. And also, preferably, you should have flat bottom cooking pans. So this was just being mentioned, but let me tell you, as on date, PNG could be the best option for larger amounts of cooking. If you do regular cooking and a good quantity of cooking is involved, then PNG could be the best choice if it is available in your vicinity, because for building up the infrastructure, it requires time and money and all these things. But normally city gas distribution agencies, they build up these infrastructure for housing colonies and for apartments, things like that. So if it is easily available, straight away go for PNG. Thank you.